What's the most embarrassing language mistake you've made while traveling, something that made you wish you could just disappear?
For me, it was trying to order food in a restaurant in Japan and accidentally using a phrase that meant the opposite of what I intended. It was pretty embarrassing.
I can relate. I once tried to ask for directions in Spain and ended up asking someone if they wanted to marry me. It was a real icebreaker, but not in a good way.
Well, language mistakes like those can be frustrating, but the good news is that you can learn from them and improve your English skills for travel, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
That's right, and by the end of this conversation, you'll learn how to use phrases like break a leg and cut to the chase in your everyday conversations, and you might be surprised at how often you can use them.
Most learners get the phrase cut to the chase completely wrong, but don't worry, we'll explain it in a way that's easy to understand, and you'll be using it like a native in no time.
So, let's start with the phrase break a leg, which is often used to wish someone good luck before a performance or a challenging situation, and it's a great way to show your support and encouragement.
That's right, and the common mistake people make is to use it literally, but it's actually an idiomatic expression that means the opposite. It's like saying you're going to do great.
For example, if your friend is about to give a presentation, you could say break a leg to wish them good luck, and it's a fun way to add some humor to the situation.
Here's the weird part. The phrase break a leg is thought to have originated in the theater, where it was believed that it was bad luck to wish someone good luck directly, so instead, people would say break a leg as a way of expressing a positive sentiment while avoiding the actual words good luck.
That's fascinating, and it just goes to show how language can be full of surprises and nuances, and that's what makes it so interesting to learn and explore.
Absolutely, and another phrase that's often misunderstood is call it a day, which means to stop what you're doing and go home, usually because you're tired or it's getting late.
For instance, if you've been working on a project all day and you're feeling exhausted, you could say, I'm going to call it a day and head home. It's a great way to set boundaries and prioritize your well-being.
Exactly, and the common mistake people make is to use it to mean let's keep going or let's finish this, but it's actually the opposite. It's like saying I'm done for now.
Here's the weird part. The phrase call it a day is often used in sports, where a game or match may be abandoned due to bad weather or other conditions, and it's a great way to describe a situation where you need to stop and reassess.
Now, let's talk about the phrase cut to the chase, which means to get to the point or the most interesting part of a conversation, and it's a great way to avoid unnecessary details and get straight to the good stuff.
For example, if someone is telling you a long story and you're getting bored, you could say cut to the chase to ask them to get to the point, and it's a polite way to show that you're interested but also busy.
That's right, and the common mistake people make is to use it to mean let's talk about something else, but it's actually about focusing on the most important or interesting part of the conversation.
In a nutshell, the phrase cut to the chase is all about being direct and efficient in your communication, and it's a valuable skill to have in both personal and professional settings.
Here's the weird part. The phrase cut to the chase originated in the film industry, where it was used to describe the process of editing a scene to get to the most exciting or dramatic part, and it's a great example of how language can evolve and adapt to different contexts.
Let me let you in on a secret. The phrase get a kick out of is a great way to describe something that gives you pleasure or enjoyment, and it's a fun way to add some personality to your language.
That's right, and for example, you could say I get a kick out of traveling to new places to express your enthusiasm and love for adventure, and it's a great way to connect with others who share your interests.
Here's the weird part. The phrase get a kick out of is often used to describe something that's quirky or unconventional, and it's a great way to show your unique perspective and sense of humor.
Now, let's summarize some of the phrases we've learned today, and I'll try to use them in a mini-story. So for example, I could say I was supposed to give a presentation, but I was so nervous that I wanted to call it a day, but my friend told me to break a leg, so I took a deep breath and cut to the chase, and I got a kick out of seeing the audience's reaction.
That's a great example, and it just goes to show how these phrases can be used in real-life situations to add flavor and interest to your language, and that's what we're challenging you to do today. Use one of these phrases in the comments below and see how you can apply them in your own conversations.
If you enjoyed this conversation, subscribe for daily English practice, and you'll get access to a wide range of topics and language lessons to help you improve your skills.
And don't forget to tune in tomorrow, when we'll be talking about the phrase beat around the bush and how to use it to avoid awkward conversations. It's going to be a fascinating topic, so stay tuned.